Oh, Shanti, everyone. Welcome. Welcome to the Monday workshop series. As always, every Monday, we have very special speaker. So we have with us Amarjit Ben, and today's topic is from being empty to abundance. As all of you know, as we go through this cycle of 5,000 years, it's a very beautiful journey, and each journey is as beautiful as every age is beautiful in its own in its own way. But one of the thing about the soul is the power of the soul slowly starts depleting, and by the time we come to an end, it comes to total exhaustion. And even though we may feel that we are intellectually more smarter, and we may think we are doing better off, but in fact, the power of the soul has totally depleted. It's not only the power of the soul which is depleted. There is a power in the science, power in the religion, power in all the ruling, Dharma Satta, Rajya Satta, right? Vigyan Satta. So all these powers gets depleted. Today we have with us Amarjit Ben. Amarjit Ben has played a very important role in the yajna, and she has very dearest to Baba because she has been a religious leader even in the last of her 84 births. So she was a very prominent leader in the Sikh religion. She was supporting the Sikh community there. Um, but as you know, that as a time comes closer, the power in the religion slowly starts depleting. Baba has placed her strategically to empower all the souls in that sector. So, without any further ado, I will invite Amarjit Ben. So, just a quick introduction about Amarjit Ben. She has been in Thailand, serving there for a long period of time, and she has done a lot of service online through her more than 300 videos, episodes have been created around um, uh, both in Punjabi, English, and Hindi. So she has served a lot of community giving Baba's message. So I'm looking forward to hear all the interesting stories. One story that I really appealed to me is, the power of purity. When I was talking to her, she was telling that I never have to talk about power of purity to my husband. So she demonstrated what it means to get the message across non-verbally. So that is one of the interesting things. Maybe it will come in her sharing. So love to hear some of that too. Without any further ado, I'd like to invite Amarjit Ben. Welcome, Amarjit Ben. Om Shanti. Welcome. Can you try to unmute? So, so you're on mute.
Is that all right? Yes.
Better.
Okay. Om Shanti Harishbhai, Om Shanti, everyone. And it's an honor and a pleasure to always meet Baba's family and to do seva. So when I got a call to do this, and I was, this is what happens in my life. I just want to let you know, I just sit home and Baba uses me. So I love it. Of course, there are times when the seva is a lot, and then I tell Baba, I think I just want my own sustenance, and I just want to do things for myself. I'm tired, but then Baba uses me even more. And I realized over the years that when I serve, I'm connecting with Baba. So I want to start today's session by mentioning a few things, and then how I would like your state of mind to be as you listen to me. So what Baiji just said was that I have episodes on video and all. It's I wanted to mention that it's by Godlywood Studio and Peace Music Studio, not my own. I somehow have never done a video on my own. Somehow through Sevas, Baba's, Yagya Baba's instruments have recorded and done. So there are like many episodes on Japji Sahib, Onkar Ek Parmatma, which flowed, which was amazing because I didn't look at any notes. I didn't look at anything. It just flowed. Every morning at 4 a.m. the recording would start till 8 a.m. because the studio was under construction. And then again at 5 p.m. till 8 p.m. So it was 8 hours a day, morning and evening. So I would go to bed, like sometimes it would end at 9 also, recording the sessions. And by the time I got to bed and got to sleep, it would be 11. And, we have to get up by 3. And then I had the session at 4. I would be like, I've spoken so much. I don't think I have anything else to say. So, Baba, I'm tired. I'm going to sleep. You take care. And I'd just go to sleep. And again, it would flow. And the studio recorders and the sister in charge, all of them felt the power. I have to listen to it. It was as if divine messages flowed through me. So I just want to share with you that. I mean, I do Light of Knowledge International, interviewing seniors and all, and I've interviewed a lot of seniors. Baba, I think, wanted me to get to know the seniors and wanted the seniors to know me somehow. So I got personal interaction with almost all seniors in every country, and which was a blessing. And during each session, it was my meditation, it was my yoga, it was my connection with Baba. And Baba would guide me what to ask and how to navigate the interview so that the listeners would get the cream of the message. So I just wanted to tell us today how I do it. And so you can also keep that state of mind while I speak, okay? You see, I put a bindi here today. So I would like you all to understand, like I'm sure many of you do, but if you're newcomers, Baba talks about the third eye of knowledge and the third eye. And even in Bhakti, we hear a lot about the third eye. So it is the inner vision. These two eyes are seeing the screen and seeing me. But the inner vision, we can choose to see Baba. And behind me here, I have a nice, I just tilt it up there, can you see Shiv Baba and the cycle of time? I'll show you, this is my meditation classroom in Thailand, just to let you know. Later, remind me to just show you this room. It's a beautiful room with 3 sides of greenery and 1 side of mirror. So it's fully greenery, basically. It's my garden, all 3 sides. And the Dr. Nirmala named my meditation, this meditation classroom, Guru Kripa. So I have a very cooperative husband and family, and we will talk about the purity part as well and how that happened naturally. And so he's very cooperative, and that's why I have this classroom running here now for the past 13 years in this area. Anyway, to continue, I would like you to keep the vision of a point of light, Shiv Baba. And so there's no difference. The vision in your mind, if you have to take a moment to close your eyes to create that vision, please do. I'm a soul, twinkling point of light. I reside in the center of my forehead. See it with your third eye. And slowly, slowly, even though your eyes are open, you can still see it in the vision of your third eye. Just as you say a red rose and you see the red rose, or you say your mother, my mother, and you see the picture of your mother. Now you say soul, or you say Baba, and you see that vision. Because soul and Baba, our vision is twinkling point of light. So, and while I listen with my ears to what's going to be said, so that I can go deeper into Gyan and understand Baba better, I would also hold this vision in my mind. And I hope you can hold this vision of yourself with Baba, dot and dot, as you hear the whole session. That's a challenge, an effort, and yoga. Because as long as the vision of Baba is in your intellect, in your mind, in your vision, in your third eye, you can't possibly have other thoughts. because your focus will be to hold that vision. So hold that vision just as I am. And for me, in the beginning, I had to be very still, and I wouldn't look left, look right, just to hold that vision. But I've learned the art of holding the vision of Baba in my mind by just, even when I'm talking. So there you are. So we've set ourselves in yoga, walking, talking yoga, listening yoga. Means while I'm listening, I'm also doing it. And if we do this even while we listen to Murli or while we listen to a class, then we are using Baba, because we are keeping Baba with us. You know, we hear so much about using Baba. So this is an art also, a very easy method of using Baba by just placing the vision in your mind, and your eyes and your ears and your hands can be doing other things, but the vision of Baba is in your mind. And you constantly check that that vision is there, and you know that that vision of Shiv Baba, Jyoti Bindu Shiv Baba, point of light, not Brahma Baba, not that image of a human being, no. Just the point of light. And that's why I put this bindi. So you can focus on my bindi to remind you that I'm a soul, you're a soul, and Baba is a soul. And that's why we say 3 Om Shantis always, to remind ourselves that I'm a soul, Baba is a soul, and we're playing a role in this world drama, as Dadi Janki would say. So I have lots to share with you. And if I forget, do remind me to share my personal experiences with the Dadis as well, because that is really amazing, especially Dadi Gulzar. On my, now, as Harshpai introduced me as Sikh Religious Leader, yes, I have been on the spiritual journey for almost 30 years, over 27 years. I know that because 28 years over, because I was pregnant with my 3rd daughter when I suddenly turned spiritual. It was I'm just a mother with 3 children, and they're big now. I'm a grandmother of 3 now. I have 2 boys and 1 little girl that just came into this world a month ago in Dubai. So I just came back from helping there. And so I have my responsibilities as a Lokik, but not too much. Baba's kept me free. And so that's good. So when I was around 28 years ago, I just, we bow down to the Guru Granth Sahib. The Guru Granth Sahib is a Sikh holy scriptures, and everybody keeps one at home, and we open and we read it and we close it every night. It's like you open it every morning, you leave it open with a nice, beautiful cloth on top, and at night you close it. So it's the prayer room. And though we didn't understand what was written because it was in the Gurmukhi language, which is a difficult Punjabi script. It's a Punjabi script, but the writings are a bit more than the normal language. It's got Sanskrit, it's got High Hindi, stuff like that. So we would just read it and close it. It was a thing. We did our prayers like Ek Onkar Satnam Karta Purukh Nirpon Nirvaya, but I didn't understand, except Ek Onkar is God is one. But what do you mean by God is one? And what do you mean by all religions are one? I mean, you know that, but God was very abstract. And I would actually visualize, because they always told us Guru hai Bani, Bani hai Guru, means the word is God. Yeah? Which is actually true now, because if you realize Shiv Baba speaks. So how do we know God? Through his words. So Gyan and Murli and words is Bani, Guru Bani. So Guru hai Bani, Bani hai Guru is actually very accurate. But we didn't understand it at that time. We just understood it as the holy book. That's God. And so when I had to think of God, I knew Guru Nanak was not God, because I went to a Christian school I was brought up in a Christian school for 11, 12 years. From the age of 5 to 16, I was in boarding school in Mussoorie, in Uttar Pradesh, and that's why I speak Hindi very well. And I was there 9 months. I was in Bangkok, Thailand, where I'm born, only 3 months every year. So I was more in India than in Thailand. And that's why my English and my Hindi, and I used to wonder why I'm learning Hindi. But after coming into Gyan, I realized because Baba wanted me to understand his words directly. So that's why. So when I was bowing down this one day, there was like a light that touched me. I felt that light streaming and touching me, that what are you doing? You are seeking me? Because I was already reading a lot of spiritual books, like Many Conversations with God. I was reading those days, Many Masters, Many Lives, Conversations with God. All these books I was reading those days, over like 25 years ago. So I was searching and I wasn't clear. I knew I had conversations with God from small. Anyway, I always talked to Baba in my head, and I called Baba Baba, because in the Sikh religion we call God Babaji as well. So, but then this message was, what is written in this book? You're bowing down to it, and you are reading books from the bookshops that you're buying, like Many Masters, Many Lives, or Conversation with God. You're buying those books and you think that's the truth. And you're bowing down to this book, but you're not trying to find the truth through your religion. That was the message. So I was taken aback, and it was an awakening that, yeah, I'm bowing down to this book, but I'm not understanding it. So I made an effort, and I started reading the Guru Nanak, and I got together some friends and said, let's get this translation and let's try to understand what is written. And they were also, yeah, why not? Let's try to understand. Those days there was no internet, no YouTube, nothing. So we started Wednesday class in Gurdwara. Until today, that class is still going on, by the way. So we started the Wednesday class, and the Gyaniji, who was the priest kind of person in the Gurdwara, would explain. And we bought these books of English translation, Thy, Thou, Thee, and all that, 10 books of that translated the entire 1430 pages of Sri Guru Granth Sahib. And I looked at the book before beginning my first session. I remember the 10 books, and I was like, I'm on a journey to understand a language I don't know. And I'm trying to understand you. And this is, I don't know if this is even possible. It was an impossible journey. And I talked to God and I said, well, I'm going to try to seek you through the 6 scriptures for 6 months to 1 year. And if I don't understand you, I'm still going to seek you somewhere else through some other means, because I'm an English speaker. And I was like, this is a lot for me, but I'll give it a try, since you did touch me to understand you through the 6 scriptures. And I'll tell you, there was no turning back. In that journey, after my conscious effort and creating a group to study Gurbani once a week, there were souls that came into my life that I would say saintly beings that explained the scriptures to me and took me further and further and further. And so I started going to the Gurdwara more, and people in the Gurdwara, the elders there, started loving me a lot. And so I was elected by the reason I'm mentioning all this is I was elected, how I became a Sikh religious leader. So I got elected by the Gurdwara to serve in the committee. And then our children were growing up and there was nobody teaching them. And I was an educator. I have a master's in education. I teach English. I used to teach English in international schools and bilingual schools in Thailand. So I was called upon, requested to teach the children in the classes. And at first I refused. And then I thought that because I felt I didn't know, what am I going to teach? I'm learning myself. I'm like a baby in Gurbani and I'm going to teach. But then I realized that as a mother, I have to teach my children. And so why not? And they're not going to listen to me at home, and they'll listen to me better in the classroom with their friends. So I started teaching whatever I would learn on Wednesday and whatever I would learn hear and understand. I started sharing and teaching the children in their way, in the children's way, because I have taught in schools from kindergarten right up to university level. I've taught at every level at some point in my life. So I was very comfortable as a teacher. So, and it made me more conscious of doing more and understanding more as well. So it was easy. Teaching the children is not difficult because we are going deeper, but even when my grandchildren were born, I just, it's very simple, spoke to them. I have this big picture of Transliteration Baba right here. And so the children would, I would say, Baba, see, twinkling, twinkling little star, how I wonder what you are, up above the world so high, like a diamond in the sky. That's Baba. I would say, so this, let's see here, but not the night star, this one, the golden light twinkling star. And you're also twinkling star, and you came in your mama's tummy, and now you got this body, but inside, like this, you're twinkling star, and Baba is twinkling star. So you're twinkle, twinkle star, Vivan, Viraj the name, and twinkle, twinkle Baba, meeting, meeting, loving, loving. I would make them do, and huggy, huggy Baba. Okay, in your mind, you can see it. You are twinkling and Baba is twinkling. So I would make them do like this, even with little children. So I got on this, and then in Thailand, I taught for many years, and I would do camps. I was in charge and running camp with a few friends for 13 years, I think 13, 14 years in Thailand. 300 children would come to the camps, 200-300 children, a group. And then I would even take groups of children from Thailand, up to 70 children at one point, to Malaysia for their Sammelan or their camps. And because I felt that here in Thailand, we were very, there were very few speakers, it was us and all, but to expose them to the Malaysian who had been running camps for like 40, 50 years more than us. So I would take my own children and give an opportunity for the children to go to camps there for a week during the summer holidays and all of the winter break and all. And I would, of course, be one of the lecturers and be one of the organizers as well. I was also invited. And then I was invited to Australia, Indonesia, Singapore, Malaysia. I mean, I was invited as a speaker, sometimes without the children, just me, go there as a speaker to help them run their camps as well. So these roles I had even before I came into Gyan. I was already set up as a Sikh, someone who knows what's written in the Sri Guru Granth Sahib and share it with the youngsters and anyone, even in the Gurdwaras. So, and then in Thailand, the king of Thailand, the late 9th king of Thailand, created Bangkok, Thailand to be the land of 5 religions officially. So at that time, interreligious forums came up. And so Sikhism is one of the religions. So I would represent the Sikh religion in the interreligious forum as well. And when they had interreligious camps for the youth, I would take the youth. And even though we were a small group compared to other religions, we were very outstanding because we were very open to all religions. Because I was very clear, I always told, we are all children of one God. And though we are in different religions, we're born in different religions because man has created all these divisions of religions. We are still children of the same God because Guru Nanak was very clear, there's no Hindu, there's no Muslim in the scriptures, it says so. So even though the mass of the Sikh community still distinguishes between religions, the scriptures actually say there is no distinguish. There's no all are so. The whole Sri Guru Granth Sahib is only about the soul and the soul's journey. So that's amazing because when the Thailand government also had me do a research paper on religion and disability, and I was doing for the Sikh religion. It was a 2-3 year project where they sponsored me to travel and everything, the whole process. And I was amazed as I went deep into the perspective that it was, there's nothing in the Sikh scriptures about the body. It's entirely about the soul and one who is blind. And what I'm sharing with you, everything is exactly in accordance with what Baba is saying. So what I'm trying to say also is that when I heard Sister Shivani on TV, when I was already doing this for 13, 14 years, I was not so keen because I said, I already know these things, what she's teaching about positive thinking and forgiving and letting go. And I already understood these as the core principles of any religion, and especially of the Sikh religion, because our purpose of life, according to the Sikh scriptures, was already that you have to become viceless. The purpose of life is to overcome the 5 vices and to adorn divine qualities. So it is exactly on par with Gyan. So I'm coming to that point of why, what is the difference, and how Gyan pulled me, and how I'm totally Baba's child. What was it that was missing in my life that got me to be so, I will say, so enthusiastic and so keen and so in love with Murli, and in love with Brahma Kumaris, and in love with serving in the true way. So I'm coming to that. So right now I'm just doing because it's interesting that, and I think I have a role to play as in the Sikh religion, because I was also surprised when Godlywood Studio and Peace Music channel, got these episodes of mine out. So where was I? Yeah. So the purpose of life is to meet God. It's very clear. It's written there, to meet God. Gobind Milan kiye teri bariya. To meet God and to meet God, and in that process you will be able to delete your vices and become pure with all the divine qualities. So now I was at this stage, but while I was serving towards, especially, I know that I saw all the politics in religion. I saw that we as a committee, I was in a committee as well of the Gurudwara, ruled the kind of told the outline for the preachers what to speak and what not to speak, because it seems like certain things in the Guru Granth Sahib was not to be told or explained to the public in detail, because it would be contradictory, and it would not allow people would not want to come. So it was just flow and let, just sing and basically enjoy. Anyway, so I was at that stage in my life, and of course, many challenges on the personal side. And I found that religion was, where I went to religion seeking love and joy and happiness, I ended up feeling sad that where's truth? And then I was studying the scriptures, and it was very clear that they are saints and Brahmgyanis, they call in the Gurbanis written Brahmgyanis, and we are the Brahma Kumaris. So the Brahmgyanis means the Sad, the saints, the one who knows about the Brahm, about the world, about the soul. You have to meet them in order to be enlightened. And I was like, where are the Brahmgyanis in my life? So I started feeling this topic today, emptiness to abundance. I was starting to feel empty inside. There was a hollowness that didn't seem to get fulfilled, even though my children loved me, my husband loved me, and the family was, I'm from a good, well-to-do family. I was appreciated in the Sikh community. I was serving the children. I was doing all lovely things in my life, and yet I was sad inside. It was like something is eluding me, because I was on such a deep spiritual journey that I already understood so much. Whatever was coming my way, I was soaking it in. And I wanted more and more and more. And then this one sentence came that, Jiske sir upar tu swami suduk kaisa paave, that if he's above you, he's with you, how can you be sad? And I would ponder, but I feel sad. I am sad. So I would realize that inside, even though I was positive and generally very happy, there was a hollowness and an emptiness that is like a sadness deep inside that had nothing to do with the world outside, because I had everything outside. And at that time, my husband was also going through a lot of pressures on the family side. There were some court cases, and his father's brother and his father had conflict, and he loved his uncle like a real father. So he was really torn inside at that time. So he was very depressed and sad. So I wasn't getting that. I was having to give him love, and I was trying to find my source of fulfillment, and I just was getting depleted, you know. So and in this journey, I did Art of Living, and I did Osho, I did many Radha Swami satsangs. I did each for three years at least, because I didn't believe that a Sikh has to be only with the Sikh Gurdwara. So I was very clear. So wherever truth came my way, I would go and listen. And Sri Ravi Shankar even came to Bangkok, and I took him to the Gurdwara, and we bowed down together. So this is something that also happened. And the Radha Swami Babaji, these are other stories that I will tell at some other point in the future. The head of the Radha Swami Satsang called me for a personal meeting with him, which was an amazing request, because he apparently, I was told, he had never asked to meet anyone. Usually people ask to meet him. So there must have been a reason for that to happen. So that also happened. And so we had all these, I had all these beautiful things going on in my life, but I was sad. So when one of my friends said, let's do the Brahma Kumaris basic course, I was like, I've paid enough in my life for all these courses. I even did a Me Money Mind course, you know, in each course like 10,000 baht. It's like, I would say 300, 400 US dollars. So I just wasn't interested in doing any more courses that I had to pay, you know. And I said, no, I'm done. And she said, no, she said, let's do this because it's free. And I said, oh, it's free. Okay, because I had always taught and I had traveled all over the world to do Sikh sevas, always free. I never took a penny. So I said, this is interesting, because I always felt that if you are about God, you won't charge. Unless it's just a minimal for the cost of the electricity or, you know, like that, not a big amount. So when she said it was free and it was convenient and the time was, I said, okay, and it's just once a week. It was near my house. I said, all right, I'll go. And I entered the class and there was no turning back. The first chapter, who am I? I was spellbound. And she did 2 chapters on the first day, because I said, after knowing who am I, I'm like, she said the next chapter, who is God? And I'm, can we continue? I need to know this before I leave. And everybody was, we were 13, 14 of us, and all of us stayed in. I was spellbound. I was already doing my Amrit Vela. I was already, because the 6 scriptures say to do Amrit Vela, and I tried many things in my Amrit Vela. I did chants, I did gratitude for 6 months, I did the Mool Mantra 108 times, I did many things. You know, there was a period I even did gratitude, like you're supposed to thank God for something and not repeat, without repeating every day. Find something new to thank. And I did that for 6 months, one hour every morning at Amrit Vela. There's a lot to thank God for. So I did a lot of these affirmations and many things. So I was like, what is it you want me to do at Amrit Vela? And I never set an alarm. I threw the ball to him every night. I said, look, you want me to get up? You say you have to get up. I'm your child. I don't know. You wake me up. I'm not setting the alarm. And he would wake me up. And he wouldn't let me speak without talking to him. Like I would be like, okay, I'm going to sleep. There's nothing to do today. And he would be like, I couldn't sleep till I talked to God. This was my experience at Amrit Vela. So it was very beautiful. But yet I didn't know what to do. Like I was like, what is it you want me to do? You know, something was missing and I couldn't put my finger on it. And when I did this, the Brahma Kumari's basic course, especially the first 2 chapters, everything clicked into place. All the puzzles. I understood, and immediately the clarity of that the soul is not a shadow of this whole body. It's a point of light. And that Shiv Baba, God, I couldn't relate to the word Shiv in the beginning, but that God, Param Atma, Supreme Soul, is also a point of light. And they guided us in the yoga, right? And so I was like, I felt I had beautiful experience. So the next morning, my Amrit Vela was amazing. And I told the teacher, we are not doing once a week. I'm coming tomorrow. I was very clear that I need more of this. So we did it every day till we finished the course, 3-4 days. And so my Amrit Vela changed. I was immediately into yoga. By then, because of my life, I'm touching on the purity part now. So pay attention. So because of my, I was already, like I told you, my husband was quite sad at that time, and I was also quite sad. So a man, when he's working and he has a lot on his head, they start becoming a little angry at small things. So he had a lot of anger in him against the world, against what's happening and everything. So it would come out at me, And even though I understood, I knew it, I just couldn't take it anymore. So, and at that point, when he was not, and he's a very pure soul, I feel, because he never asked for a physical relationship. Like at that time, he never sought out, sex or anything in bed, because he felt he was sad or whatever was in his mind. But I would offer myself as part of love, as part of making him happy, as my role as a wife. I was always, for 1 year, I had done that. And at the point, I was feeling that I was losing my self-respect. I was feeling that I'm offering my heart and soul and I'm only getting anger. So I was at the point that I will tell you that I was not very happy in my married life anymore. At that point, I was a little bit sad, and not a little bit, quite sad. And I felt he didn't ask for sex, means he doesn't love me, and I'm only giving, and he's not bothered, and he doesn't care. And I was going through that. But I would get okay because I'm a positive person. I mean, on a daily basis, I was fine. But yet this was troubling me. So when I did Baba's Gyan and I understood the purity part, it was so clear. And I said, Baba, you protect me. I will not offer, but I can't refuse. So I threw the ball at Baba's court and I said, you handle it and believe me. And of course, I took trouble to make sure I changed behind closed doors. And, I was very yukti in many ways. And I'm saying this very openly because I learned that you can love more when you don't give your body. When you don't give your body, when the body is not involved. Because my love for him grew deeper. I was able to be more tolerant, more patient, more understanding, because now I was not feeling lack of self-respect. I was not feeling that I'm serving someone and that person. I didn't have expectations. In fact, I started feeling gratitude that he's taking care of me. Over the years, I can tell you one thing I have for my husband is true gratitude, because I feel now that he's helping me. He's taking care of me. Okay, I gave him 3 children and we brought up 3 children together. But today the children are all successful and they're all living their own lives, working, and it's just us now. So, and he still takes care of me. Like I don't have to earn a living. And because I had already stopped working as a teacher when I went on my Sikh journey, spiritual journey, when I stopped teaching because I felt I needed time to understand my spiritual journey. And so I stopped. I had to stop something, and I had mother of 3 children. So I stopped teaching and I started. That's why I had a lot of time for the spiritual search, and I would listen to cassettes of the Gurbani and all that 8 hours with a book and write. I still have all those books filled up. So when I started reading the Murli, I did the same thing. I have a lot of books filled up with the Murli. Because when I do something, I do it very wholeheartedly and dedicatedly, not because I have to, but because I love it. And I'm a student, I guess, by nature. And I just need to go deep into something. I can't just touch and go. So I went very deep, even into Murli. And I went through a period of silence once I did the Murli. I didn't speak much. I stopped writing. I'm a poet and I used to write a lot. If you see my old FB, Facebook posts and all that, you'll see that I used to write a lot and share a lot from the Guru Granth Sahib, of course, but it was quoting Guru Granth Sahib and my writing, and then poetry, other poetic about love, about romance. I was very romantic, very, very romantic. And I felt, we are misled by the Indian and the Hindi movie world, Bollywood, that love is just between a man and a woman. And once I understood Baba's Gyan, I firstly understood there's no love greater in this world than a mother's love and father's love, and then siblings, and then, of course, God's love, which is always with us forever and ever. And I understood this even as a child, because I was in boarding school. I didn't have my parents, never came. I cried and cried and cried, and they never came to visit because it's too far and they had other children. Ultimately, I had to turn to God, and I survived my 11 years of boarding school because of God, of my turning to God. So I had that background already, that God's love is what can sustain you and keep you happy. And I was happy. By the time I finished boarding school, I was absolutely happy. I love my friends. I love my school life. I have very good memories of my school life. I actually don't have memories of the sadness as a child at all, but it was there. I mean, like a little bit remember it, but not with that bad feeling, because we had each other and we were fine, and we prayed every night, and I had God. So coming back to when I did the course, now coming from a Sikh background, to hear words like Shiv and so the other chapters, Cycle of Time was amazing. And this is the picture of the Cycle of Time in my home. And it's something that I love about this. And the tree, as you can see, because it shows all religions. And I was very clear that any institute or any place that is universal will definitely be about all religions and not just about any one religion. So this Cycle of Time shows us that Abraham was sent at a different period of time, and then Buddha, and then Jesus, and then Muhammad. And of course, we know that 500 years ago, Guru Nanak was sent 550 years ago. So the Cycle of Time is very accurate, and I loved it, and I understood from the Gyan that these were messengers. They were divine souls entering them and giving that authentic message. And that's why people wanted to be like them. And I also understood that we all put these people up on a pedestal, but we are not doing what they did. And how can we become what they were without doing what they did? For example, if I'm dressed up, and they never dressed up, they never had a bank account, they never had botheration of accumulation, they all left their families to go and serve the world. So all these things are visible and we know their stories, yet we also know that we cannot do what they did. So their message was clear that God, and to share about God, you have to sacrifice a lot. And so there was a lot of, I really understood the Cycle of Time, and it clicked with me because I was from a Christian background. I used to go to church in school to just sit, and I would know that Jesus is not God. And just as I knew Guru Nanak is not God. And then I'm in a Buddhist country, so I know Buddha is not God. So I have all these religious leaders that I understood, and that they had a message, and we got stuck in religion, and we use religion for our personal gain to form power. And as history tells you, that even the Christians in the church, how the world suffered at their hands at a particular time when they were in power. And so every religion had its downfall in a way. When I say downfall, means rise in the world of population and in the world of power, worldly power, but fall in the factor of nonviolence and purity and peace and all that. Anyway, so coming back to so when the chapter of Trimurti, Brahma, Vishnu, Shankar, I couldn't relate to it. But because I loved what was happening to me, and I knew that I'm only a dot. I have a globe in my meditation room as well there, that I'm just, when I think I know, I look at the globe and I'm not even anywhere in the entire globe. I'm a speck in a country, in a city that's just a dot. So I'm nothing. How can I know? I always tell myself, how dare I think I know? So I always put that perspective that I don't know. So when I heard the Gyan, there were things that I didn't, when I'm like, okay, I've been brainwashed from birth that I'm this. So I'm just going to put this aside. And as I keep doing my meditation, as I go deeper, I'm sure these points will clear up. And they did. Even Brahma Baba, I couldn't relate to Brahma in the beginning. No, because I'm from a Sikh religion, I related to Supreme Soul and not even the word Shiv. Then I asked one of the Sikh preachers, what is the meaning of the word Shiv? And he said, Shiv means God. And I was like, oh, okay. So even the Sikh scriptures saying Shiv is God, because I was studying the Sikh scriptures, you see, and I was explaining it, but I never had to use the word Shiv. I just used the word Akal Purakh, God, Vaheguru. We used other words, not Shiv, because so many, Gobind Milan, we use the word Gobind. We use many other words, but not Shiv. And we use the word Ram, because Ramaya is not the Ram of Treta Yuga, but Ram as in God, So there are many words we use for God, which confuses all of us. So I was confused by the word Shiv, and I was confused by the word Brahma, because I thought Brahma is this old man with 4 heads and all that sort of thing, and the Brahma statue in Thailand and all that. But I started understanding the significance, because Thailand is also known as the land of Brahma later, much later. And it was clear to me that there's something going to happen in Thailand, because it is the land of Brahma, and there's a Brahma statue in every home. They have spirit house in their houses in the corner somewhere, and they serve the spirit house with water and all that, just like how we do in Hinduism as well. But here it's like they create a spirit house, and usually in the spirit house is Brahma, statue of Brahma. So I realized the significance of Thailand. So probably to what I understand and see now that it's growing, coming in later, and we've already created a big Brahma statue by the Kumaris in one part of Thailand, and Brij Mohan Bhai and Asha Devi came for the inauguration and the foundation stone and all that. That Thailand is probably going to be revealed as realm of Treta Yuga, I feel. Satyuga is probably very small, but maybe, I don't know, Satyuga or Treta for sure. So anyway, it's the real land of Brahma. So I put those points aside, and with Brahma Baba, I want to share you a very beautiful experience, because I didn't understand Brahma, because we were against the worship of a human being. So Brahma Baba's face, so big in all the centers, I would look at it and he's not long, like we don't cut our hair, and he had short hair and just a mustache, and we don't trim our beard. The men don't trim, because the reason that in the Sikh religion we don't touch our hair is actually not to bother with what God has given us, to remain as natural as possible. But of course, to just not bother about external beauty. But it's not understood in the right way. And so when I saw Brahma Baba, I'm like, he's cut his hair, and no, but I also knew that what I'm hearing is so beautiful, and if he's the mouth through which all this came, is amazing. So I put aside Brahma Baba, that I'll understand you, let me understand the other things that are touching me and that I'm enjoying right now. And God, I've just been introduced to God. I just want to be with Baba. I just want to absorb his power and his love and I was doing the yoga, and I was taking all the rays and all the love from Shiv Baba directly, and I was just so, and while Trimurti chapter was going on, and I was thinking, oh, this is Hinduism, I actually had a vision of Guru Nanak Dev Ji hitting me on the head like this. Na koi Hindu, na koi Musliman. And those verses came to my mind, and I was like, there's no Hindu. I always believed that there's no only religion. We are all children of one God. And so I was like, so what? All religions will probably have the cream of what God said. So it's fine. So I was fine. But it needed the vision of Guru Nanak Dev Ji to tap me on the head during the class on the chapter of Trimurti to wake me up. But so I say God takes care of me. And he takes care of me in a very sweet way. He wakes me up. When I went to Dubai also this time, I didn't even, because I thought I'm just going to be with my daughter. She's going to have a new baby. There's no helper. I'm going to be doing all the work and be with the family. And I don't want them to feel that I'm going for meditation and running out of the house. So I just didn't even take any phone number. I went with the pure intention that I'm just going to serve my daughter. And my daughter-in-law's friend was a dentist who served Dadi Janki. Imagine, he came to visit, and he said, he asked me what I do, and I said, I'm Brahma Kumari's teacher. And he said, oh, I know Dadi Janki. And I said, huh? And he said, yeah, we did her teeth. They're dentists in Ahmedabad, very famous. And he's a son and he's also a dentist. And he had opened a clinic in Dubai. And so there was a Lokik person who knew the Brahma Kumaris. He's saying, oh, she was lovely. And he was full of praise. He's saying, I have the number of the Brahma Kumaris here. Take it from me. Why didn't you call them? And I said, oh. And I just felt Baba wants me to go. Baba's giving me the number. So this is how Baba takes care of me. And so I called, and then I ended up going to the center, and I got a chance to do seva again, to talk. And then when I went to the center, the Jyotika Ben told me there was a meditation classroom right walking distance to where I was staying with my daughter. Can you imagine that in the whole of Dubai, there was a meditation classroom right walking distance? Because I wasn't driving in Dubai. It's on the steering wheel is on different side of the road. So I don't drive in Dubai. And I couldn't go out for long. And there was Baba's meditation classroom right there, 7 minutes, 8 minutes walk from my house. It was just magic. So Baba was taking care of me. And so I went for meditation every day. Every evening I started going. By then I had settled in and I felt that the husband wife also needed time for themselves. So it was a good 5 to 7:30. I would just go. I would go to the meditation classroom, and they would make me read the Murli and share my experiences and go deep into the Murli more. So I would do the Murli classes every evening. I did that. I think for the whole week. Then Eid came, and then the holidays, and then the floods came. So anyway, my point is, Baba was taking care of me, and I felt that Baba always takes care of me. Every time I feel, like I told you, when I feel I'm going to focus more on my Lokik and I don't have time or something, Baba always has shown that he takes care of me. So this was recently. Coming back to my story about purity as well. So when I decided that now I'm going to wait for my husband to be the one to ask, and so I was already pure even before I came into Gyan, because I had already felt that I'm not going to give my body till he asks for it. And out of self-respect at that time, but my expectation reduced and my gratitude increased. This was something I learned. So I think there's a very strong connection between gratitude and expectation. And I think we all need to a little bit go deep into that. So I understood Baba's message through my personal experience of this point. And I talked to Baba to protect me. I said, only you. I said, you are the master of minds. Because what does Baba do? Baba talks to us through telepathy. And even when I was not in Gyan, Baba was talking to me and taking care of me. Let me say that, because even as a child. So in fact, when Sister Shivani was saying that, come and know God, or that I used to feel I already know God. I already have God, I've already been talking to him since I was a kid. I have conversations with God. That book relates to me already. So, but when I did the course and I understood his identity, and I understood where he's from and what he does became clear. And I never asked God for money. I never asked God. I always asked him to love me and make everyone love me. As a child, my prayer was, let everyone love me and let me love everyone. Can you believe that? That was my childhood prayer. To me, love was so important. I never wanted to fight with anybody. And if anybody and me, of course, I'm a very strong personality. So if I don't agree with someone, I will voice my opinion. But I never voice with the intention that we should fight about it. I voice with the opinion that I give my opinion out. And I'm ready to hear your opinion. If it doesn't agree, it's okay. But in my life's journey, I've realized that it seems, but people by now know that I love everyone. I love everyone, whether they agree with me or they don't. And the quality that my friends say you have is forgive and forget. And I think I never forgive and forget because I don't remember. And I feel it's him who forgives and forgets. And there's nothing to forgive and there's nothing to forget. Yes, there are sometimes things that you need to forgive, but even then I feel, and now with Gyan, it's drama. That is the role given to them. They had to act it out perfectly like that. And that was perfection. If I'm hurt by something, I sit back in Gyan and the drama. The drama point is very, very powerful in sustaining me and sustaining everyone, the cycle of time, the drama. Everything that is happening to me, to anyone, whether that person is killing or raping or throwing bombs, anything, everything is pre-written and is perfect in accordance with law of karmas, in accordance with universe, in accordance with Gyan. If anybody did all those things, then that is their karma, and anybody on the receiving end, then that is their karma. So if any soul hurts me, then they are act, and it's an act also. There's one way of looking at it from the karma perspective, and there's another way of looking at it as we are just acting. Like, when you go see a movie and your favorite character, whether it's Tom Cruise or it's Amitabh Bachchan, whether even if they're playing the hero roles, but the other people that you don't like are playing the villain roles, it's just the role. And then when your main character is going through a tough period and sad and all that, doesn't mean he's not the hero. He's still the hero. Even though he's injured and tortured and suffering or whatever, he's still the hero. And at the end, he wins, right? So we are the heroes of our lives, and we will win at the end. Everyone, each one of us is a hero. And it's not just BKs. I want you to be clear here. We have a beautiful role as a Brahmin, as a BK, to spread Baba's Gyan. And we have the fortune to come in an era where there is no sadness out there, where there is no, where everybody is beautiful. That is our fortune. But every soul who doesn't even come in Golden Age or Silver Age is still the hero of their lives, is still the main character in their life story. And that soul is still Baba's soul, because all of us come from a soul world, no matter who. So keep that in mind when we talk. Everyone is my sibling soul, not just Brahmins, not just BKs. And so love is for every soul equally. Can't say you love your BK family more. That would be not wise. You can say, but it won't be wise. Wisdom is to go deep and to understand what is Baba saying. What would Baba like? And now in talking about Baba, so Brahma Baba just came to my mind, and I wanted to clear that point, how I formed a relationship with Brahma Baba, how I understood him. One day I went to, and I shared this with Mount Abu in Gyan Sarovar, because after I had that experience, they said, anybody had a good experience today, come and share. And I went to share it because I had an amazing experience. They put these big, big pictures of Brahma Baba on the stage and all around the hall, and we had to walk and go and sit in front or stand in front of each picture. And it was a small group, I think, because I remember we had like 5 minutes, many minutes to stand in front of each picture. And I was like, oh dear, what am I going to talk to you? At that time, because I was just relating to Shiv Baba. Stood in front of Brahma Baba's picture, and I looked into his eyes, and he spoke to me. And I was just looking, and I was thinking of Shiv Baba, and I was like, who are you? Tell me. I know you are the instrument of God, and God spoke through you, but to me, who are you? And then he told me, he said, I'm your angel. And I believed in angels because I went to a Christian school. And I said, oh my God, why didn't I think of, because of that phase, and you feel angels have wings, and you have your own pre-impressions and preconcepts of angels, that block, we all have blocks in our mind. We all have our past impressed upon our intellect, and we need to trust Baba to dissolve that. And the more yoga we do, the more he's able to dissolve it. Why? God, Shiv Baba, Supreme Soul, God and me. I have lived 84 lifetimes, 5,000 years, and I have accumulated crap. And I haven't thought of it. I didn't know how to think of him. And that's why every religion will say, remember God. In Gurbani, remember God. That's the only message. At the end of every prayer, at the end of every verse, at the end of every kirtan, the sentence will be, remember me, connect to me, Simran. And I would be like, but I remember you. I talk to you all the time. I'm remembering you. I'm praying to you all the time. No, accurately. When I am Amarjit and I talk to God, I'm in the physical realm and he's in the soul realm. It's like a cat and a dog talking to each other. We have to be on the same plane, at least the same identity. Just as a puppy will be able to talk to a dog, a kitten will be able to talk to a cat, a bird and a bird. You can't have them cross. Cross, they might get some messages across, but not properly, right? Exactly, a human and a dog can have some connection, but not fully, right? But a human and a human can. Sadly, we humans and humans can't this age and this era because of the Iron Age. But so Baba is saying, come to your true identity. This body, Amarjit, this face off. You have seen the movie Face Off? You need to dissolve this face because we are not this face. Because in the movie, The Face Off is a nice movie to see from a spiritual perspective as well, that you actually put on the face of someone else, but inside you're still the same, no matter what the face outside. So I'm a soul. I'm this face of Amarjit in this lifetime, but the last lifetime I had a different face, and the lifetime before I had a different face. I had 84 faces already, and 84 faces means different 84 genders, nationalities, religions, I don't know what. So this isn't me. So, but the mirror is fooling us. Every time we look in the mirror, it's fooling us. So we have to look with our third eye. I hope everybody's keeping the vision of Baba in your mind while I'm talking and while you're listening. And if you haven't, then bring Baba back. And this is you. So bring Baba back. And that is my true identity. No matter what my face outside is, it's temporary. It's not permanent. So it's not the truth. Truth means what is forever. Naam, my true name, my true identity. Naam is that I'm a soul. I'm a point of light. And I have to constantly think it, feel it, say it. And when we say Om, Om is the perfect word for soul, perfect word for my identity, because it's beyond language. It's just a sound. And that's why the Brahma Kumaris began with Om Mandali, Om chanting. So Om, feel the energy of the word and the sound and come back to soul consciousness and God consciousness. As soon as you're soul conscious, you're God conscious, because we already have the knowledge. Om. Me and Baba. Me and Baba. And now when I'm with Baba, for me, I'm in Param Dham, Lal Suneri Desh, Golden Red Realm, with Baba. And when I'm with Baba, I can also feel the presence of all the advanced bodies, souls, points of light. So everybody's a point of light. And so Mama, and that's Janki, that's Prakash, Brahma Baba, all of them. They're also points of light. So they're all there in that mehfil, in that bar, where I am with Baba. So as soon as I'm in the presence of Shiv Baba, connection takes place. We're thinking of it. As a point of light, and him as a point of light. The doorway for that is taking place. Just as when we plug the phone into the socket, the charger, So you don't have to tell the current to flow. The point of light, the current is flowing from Shiv Baba. And what current does he have? He's pure. So he'll send you purity. He has love. So he'll give you love. And I've never filled up with love. I never lack love now. Sometimes I still, of course, I'm not an angel yet. So I feel sometimes, oh, this one doesn't love me, that one doesn't love me. Immediately Baba will come to my mind and say, I love you. What more do I want than God's love? So he fills you. And he fills you, then you don't need love from anybody. You start, it isn't an overnight thing. Slowly, slowly, you start feeling the need to love. When you're full, you can give. When you're empty, you want. So in the beginning, you're empty. So you just have to keep taking from Baba, Baba. Connecting, connecting, and taking. So the more you're in yoga, the more you fill up. The more you're in Gyan, the more you listen to Muri, you're listening to him, you're in yoga, the more you're filling up, the more you listen to Brahma Kumaris sessions and talks, the more you are connecting to Baba and understanding him, so the more you're able to fill up. And so you fill your vessel with love, with joy, with peace, with purity. This is what he has. He doesn't have money. Sorry, God doesn't have money. And I went, he doesn't have food. He doesn't have a house. So he can only give us what he has. And he has love, abundance, ocean of love. He has knowledge, ocean of knowledge. He has purity. So ask for what he has, not what he doesn't have. And in Bhakti, we ask for the wrong thing. Yes, take care of my children. Make them successful. But what is success? Not give them money. Not give them a good position, make them earn well. We all ask for the wrong things, but we got it anyway. But we have to ask that my children grow up to be good human beings, filled with love and compassion and truth, and that they may awaken to know you. We have asked that. Now for my grandchildren, I ask, Baba, make them yours. I send that energy, Baba. They are souls that have just come into this world, and as souls newly taking birth in this world, they still know that they are souls. May they not forget that. Take care of them. So I can do that because I am in this realm connected to them. So I have the ability to telepathically connect them to God. And they have just come out into the world, so they also have their telepathy with God. Telepathy is, the automatic mind-to-mind connection without words, through thoughts, through feelings, through visions. So when I'm with Baba, like right now, we all are with Baba in Brahma, we can send rays, love and light to the entire world below. Envelop the earth. This is our realm of play. And we can serve because we are down here. Our souls are down here. And we are taking power from God, and we can be the instrument through telepathy to touch the souls that we are in touch with. Because we are nearer and they are more open to us. Because many of them don't know God. So they're not open. They have not plugged in. Because it's only when you have the identity that I'm a soul and he's the supreme soul that you are plugged in. Yes, you can be plugged into your guru who is plugged into God. For example, if Guru Nanak was, or Jesus was connected to God and you connected to Jesus, yes, there was power in that. But who in this world today is a Guru Nanak or a Jesus or a Buddha? So Baba says, come to me directly. You don't need anyone in between. Not even Brahma Baba. At that time when the Sakar Muli was going. But after the Sakar Muli and now that we have Muli, Brahma Baba is already with Shiv Baba. So there is no body again. So we don't need another human body anymore. When Dadi Gulzar was there, we never went to Dadi Gulzar thinking she's God. We all knew she was just the host. And when she was when that Shiv Baba and Brahma Baba came into Dadi and spoke, Dadi wasn't even present. She was asleep. So, yes, she's the hosts have that quality as a beautiful role model. They are role models. How they lived. How was Dadi Gulzar? I love her. Yeah, time for me to share about Dadi Gulzar. You know, I went to Kumaris. I was very fortunate. My very first Bhakta Milan, I went with Sister La, the head of Thailand. And I went when I came into Gyan only less than 6 months, because Sister La thought she'll take me as a VIP because I had not completed 8 months. That was quite strict at that time. And Didi Dr. Nimala came to Bangkok and she just introduced me to her, and Didi looked at me and Didi talked to me, and Didi said, she's not coming as a VIP, she's Baba's child. She's coming as Baba's child. So my very first visit, I went for Bapdada Milan. Imagine, I didn't need to go as a VIP, means as a soul that's just general, but as Baba's child, and put on the ring the very first time I went to Mount Abu. I think the ring ceremony was the second visit. The first visit, that's right. The second visit, I gave Baba a ring. So I'll tell you that story as well. There's a picture in this meditation room where I'm giving Baba a ring. And it was him. And so I had these beautiful meetings with Dadi Gulzar. What happened? Sister La was talking to Dadi Gulzar. I was with her, and because I know Hindi, Thai, and English. So, and Sister La doesn't know Hindi, and Dadi Gulzar doesn't know English. So they wanted to speak. So I was the translator. I was the mediator. So I got and then once again I got a chance to be very close with Dadi Gulzar. There was once she was meeting with English double foreigners, and I was sitting I had come to visit her, just, to take Toli and just Drishti, and just to be in her sweet presence. And the translator was not present. And she said, anybody, in Hindi, she said, koi hai jo translate kar sakta hai? And I was the only one in the room who could speak Hindi and English. So I translated that session as well. And once I went to meet Dadi alone, and that time I had a lot of things that I wanted to clear, and it was not getting clear. And I told Dadi, I said, Dadi, आप कैसे इतना खुश रह सकते हो? कुछ है, अगर कुछ है तो क्या करें? बाबा को दे रहे, but we know we have to go to Paramdam and give it to Baba, and I'm doing that, but it's still not going fully, And then Dadi said, mitti pa de. Dadi, tu Madhuban aayi hai na, ye Baba ka ghar hai na, this is Baba's home, you've come to Mount Abu, you see the garden out there? She pointed to the garden outside her door. The garden out there, na, khudo it, dig it, and put your problems in there and seal it, and it's gone. As she was saying, I'm very visual, I was doing it. And I felt so light. There's a power in them, especially Dadi Gulzar. I've seen this. A power of innocence, and when they spoke, it happened. Dadi Gulzar was my role model in the work that I saw. It was her presence, and I would see her. She was always being bullied by everybody around her. Do this, do that. She's the host of God. She never acted like she was the one in charge. She was so humble. What do I have to do now? What do I have to do now? She was like that. Can you imagine that humility? So that's what Baba wants us to be. But we're not, because we have our strong personalities, we have our nature, but Baba says we have to have meeting of sanskar. There's a big signals that's going on. What is the meeting of sanskar? It's not I have to be like you and you have to be like me. No, you have to be like Baba. If you are not like Baba and I'm not like Baba, we can't be the same. Yes, some two souls are quite similar in nature, so they get along. But that's not meeting of sanskars. That's the worldly meeting of sanskars. That's not going to help you get better. When you go to like-minded people because they make you happy, that's not making you a better person. Go to the people that don't make you happy and still be happy. That's keeping in alignment with God's sanskars and Baba's sanskars. So I never run away. I never run away because I am the powerhouse. No, I have Baba with me. If I who have Baba with me, I'm going to turn away from people. Who's going to help Baba? Who's going to help them? And how am I going to improve myself? So never run away from any situation, because if you as a Brahmin are running away, or you are turning your face away from any soul, how are you going to get better? And that those poor Isht, they call them, Baba said, Isht Devta, they call, everybody's calling on the worshippers, the worship worthy. We have to awaken to the call of time, to become the qualities of Brahma Baba and Shiva Baba, to become the divine qualities of truth. And we know what they are. And they are not to be quiet outside and inside something else is going on. And they are not to be nice and to be popular and to be famous and to be appreciated by everybody. No, it's to be appreciated by God. And if God appreciates you, there's no way anybody in the world won't. And if they don't, then that's okay. Because Dadi Prakash Mani asked once, and Baba said, you cannot, it's okay. 5% will always be there who will not, because they are not going to even recognize God. So they're not going to recognize your purity and the love in you. It's okay. And it's okay. Baba said there's an allowance for that 5%. But don't keep thinking every person you meet is that 5%. No. So these are things that we hear from the Murli. We hear from the experiences of all the Dadis. You know, Dadi Gulsal's story. I don't know if you know that. I have a little bit time left. That did you know that God actually taught her Hindi to read and write? She didn't know how to read and write. Dadi Gulsar was illiterate, and I heard this story, and it was a story of magic. You know, like Moses separating the water. This is a story of magic. Dadi Gulsar came into Gyan before Baba used her as an instrument, 8 years old, and she didn't know how to read and write. She was illiterate, and she always wanted to read and write. So she used to talk to Baba. I want to read and write. I want to read your Murli. I want to read your Murli. Make me read and write Hindi. And Brahma Baba, as she felt, she would be woken up by Baba. This is, I think, when she was already the host of God, or before, I'm not sure. I don't remember the time period. But Baba would wake her up and take her onto the balcony, the terrace, and teach her. And in, I don't know how many days, 8 days or 9 days or something, she learned Hindi. God was her teacher for the language. But I guess it had to be, because when he used her as a host of God, she wasn't present. So she would watch the recordings later. And, you know, as a host of God, Baba fulfills our stupid wishes also. And I guess just wanting to know a language, something, even though she knew was not a godly quality, but in her innocence, that I want to know how to read and write. I'm so dumb. I don't know how to read and write. I want to read and write. Like, you know, she was ashamed. She had that low self-esteem. So Baba taught. And she learned to read and write. There was no human being who made Dadi Gulsar read and write. Just as I met a Russian brother who came, and he spoke Hindi, and he said, I've been speaking Hindi from when I was born, like as a child, and I never went to India and I never heard Hindi. So that's from a past lifetime. But that's also a miracle, no? That the soul remembered a language to cross lifetimes. So these miraculous things proves reincarnation and proves that there's a higher hand taking care, and the soul is as powerful. We are not going to remember God. We are in amnesia at the end of Kali Yuga. We can only learn to re-love Him through His words, through His gyan, through the truth of who I am and who He is. It's like if a boy has an accident and has amnesia. And this Fast and Furious, there was one of the parts that, the movie Fast and Furious, one of the parts that the heroine gets amnesia. Amnesia means you don't remember anything. And she didn't remember her husband whom she loved so much, and the bad people used her to shoot him, and she shot him. Imagine, she shot the person she loved with the whole being because she had amnesia. We are like that. We are in amnesia, just as a boy having an accident is in amnesia and doesn't recognize her parents. But when the parents come and every day tells you, you are this, and shows you pictures, and then you are like, okay, I've forgotten, but this is the truth. So in the movie also, when she was shocked that why he's stronger than her, he's more powerful than her, why didn't he stop her from shooting? Because he didn't forget that she's his wife, so he didn't want to fight her. Same way, Baba, we don't remember Baba. Baba has come and through the Murli telling us, you are from Param Dham, you are with me, and then you went to Golden Age, and Golden Age was like this, Lakshmi Narayan ruled, and you had a beautiful life like this. There are so many Murlis that he paints a picture of Satyug and Treta, and then the religions. And so he explains all this that we don't remember, but we went through it and it's embedded there. But we don't even have a deja vu. Sometimes we have a deja vu, but we've forgotten. We are in amnesia, but we are reawakening to the truth. So awaken to the truth, reawaken to the truth. And so when we remember Baba, it's from the knowledge that he's giving us when he's meeting us and he's telling us. It's new knowledge. It's old knowledge that we forgot that is being told to reawaken us to the truth. And we know it, and we feel it, and we do it. So yes, in the beginning, when you're remembering Baba, you don't feel the love, and it's okay. And you talk to Baba. Put the vision, you're putting the vision, you don't feel the love. I've placed the vision, I'm a soul, Baba is a soul, and I'm meeting him, but it's so dry. I don't feel the love, it's okay. When the first drops are coming in, you're not going to feel it. You're too thirsty. Talk to Baba. Baba, I don't feel your love. I don't feel I'm getting full. I need more. I need to be full. I need to feel that you love me and I love you. And it will happen. What you think happens when you're with Baba. As when I'm with Baba and we're sending rays of light to the entire world, and then we send rays of light to all the Brahman, Parivar, all the centers in the entire world, North America, South America, Africa, Australia, New Zealand, Europe, Asia, Madhuban, all the campuses of Madhuban. You said it, it's happened. That's the speed of thought. You visualize it, you say it, you visualize it, it is. You've done that seva. Just have to think it and do it and say it. So be with Baba and send rays of light and love to all your Lokik, because you are living with them and you want to reawaken them to Baba's Gyan, or at least to God himself. Doesn't matter if they become a BK or not, every soul seeks God. Touch them with your presence. Send rays of love and light of Baba into your kitchen to purify all the food that's in there. And water. So that if you forget to purify it before eating, at least once a day you have purified it through yoga. Once in 24 hours, we have to give Baba the instructions. We have to do the work every 24 hours. There's a reason there's 24 hours. We need to redo our yoga and connection and ask Baba every day, every day is a new day. So every day we have to connect to Baba, do the seva, do the, have you seen the dog hawk day? There's a movie, the day repeats. 24 hours is very sick. These movies are made by geniuses. The superpower, Superman, who came into the world and was trying to save the world and then fell in love with a human girl and gave up being a soul man to marry one single woman and have physical relationship with her. And after that, he couldn't save her. He couldn't save the world. Realized it, went back home, asked for his powers back, gave up lust and the woman, and then was able to save her and save the world. Superman 1, Superman 2, watch it if you haven't. All these movies are made by souls that are powerful, that have the story of aliens. We are the aliens on earth. We come from Paramna. Do the seva of sending rays of love, light to your locket, to the Brahman family, because we Brahman family, why are we sending to the Brahman family? Because we are the leaders. We are the tipping point. If we become pure, the world will change. And we need to have unity, harmony, and purity among ourselves first. So we need to send yoga to the entire Brahman family. Sorry to say that, but we are failing Baba's role. And it will happen. Everything is perfect in due time, but we can do the seva and we'll have a percentage. If we send rays of love and light from Baba to Madhuban, we get a percentage of all the seva in Madhuban. Wouldn't you want that a little bit? So much seva is going on. No, you're sitting at home doing nothing. Send rays of love and light to your center so that whatever seva is going on, you have a percentage in it. You can do seva by just sitting. Dadi Gulzar never went. She just sat in Madhuban and did her tapasya. Later she went here and there, but very little. She was mainly in Madhuban doing tapasya. She gave classes later, not too many, but her, we know. She's like second to Brahma Baba, right?
Yeah.
So it's not about running around. But yes, some of us have to run around in order to be able to connect to Baba. Everybody's state of mind is different. And before I end today's session, as promised, I just want to show you my meditation room. So this in front of me is Shiv Baba's photo. And that picture there, I don't know if I could zoom in. That's me with Dadi Gulzar, with Bab Dada. Gobind Milan, and I can see my hand touching his hand. Yeah, I'm giving Baba a ring. That's my first meeting. Second meeting I gave. First meeting I got from Baba, right? So the second meeting I said, I'm going to give, and somebody took that photo. So I was very blessed to have had my photo, because I think only 12 or 13 photos come in the midst of 15, 20,000, 30,000 people meeting. Only a few photos get taken. So I was very lucky to have two photos, my first meeting and this meeting. So this is Baba's beautiful, can you see the garden? Baba's beautiful meditation. Now I'm not getting, wait a second, it's not pinching out anymore. This is the...
Yeah, it's nice, beautiful Baba's place.
Yeah, can you see the garden through the windows? Yeah.
Yes.
So there's a seat. Yeah, and that's the translite up there.
And
yeah, and yeah, it's a beautiful classroom. And that's Dadi there. And Dadi says, I'm here, why are you worried? And everything in this room are all gifts. So yes, it's a beautiful classroom, and behind me was a cycle of time. So at all these pictures and all these posters I bought on my first visit to Mount Abu. Just to let you know, I was, so my husband allowed me to make this room. The period my son said, Mom, we need the room to be a games room. And you can meditate. We have another prayer room upstairs, right? You can meditate there where the 6 scriptures are. And that's also Baba's room with Baba's translite behind and everything. And I said, my husband said no. And I said, then I explained to my son, you're hardly home. You're going to play how in the room, how many times? Once a week or once a month. But I'm working, I'm doing teaching every single day. This is my work. This is my classroom, my work room, my office. So then, and my husband said, no, we're leaving the meditation.
Thank you.
Thank you, Harshbai, for giving me this beautiful opportunity. And I know I was getting a little distracted when I saw people leaving and entering and all that. But then Baba is going to put the message out to whoever needs to hear it. And it doesn't matter. If anybody hears it or not, it's not my responsibility. My responsibility is to share Baba's word, to make a BK. I don't make BKs. I just share. And give gyan. Baba makes those who are going to be a BK or those who are not, but every soul loves Baba. And we do our part with our whole heart. And this is amazing. I was really applauding and congratulations to San Francisco for creating this seva, because sharing of gyan through experience is very deep and is more touching than just talking on a topic. The whole world is talking on topics. But we are talking with experiential, and every yoga that I guided during little here and there is my way of doing yoga and that has worked for me and that is taking me ahead on my journey. So I shared a little bit. Some other time I would be happy to do an Amrit Vela, and I do a very deep guided Amrit Vela. Not just to be with Baba and sit slowly. No, there's a lot of seva you can do at Amrit Vela, a lot. So you will be so busy that after that you will be like, okay, now I just need to sit with Baba, me and Baba. You can do a whole lot of seva at Amrit Vela. And speed of thought is the speed of mind. Baba would say in the meetings, do the Swadarshana Chakra in 1 second. And I would say, 1 second? What does it mean, 1 second? I'm a soul, I'm a worship worthy, or I'm a Devi Devta, I'm worship worthy, I'm a Brahmin, I'm an angel. There's already 5 seconds at least. Then I got it. The speed of thought is beyond the speed of, it cannot compare to our realm. So it's in your mind. Each Sudarshan Chakra takes 1 second. That's the speed thought. Think about it.
Thank
you can test that again. So, yeah.
Thank you very much for this.
Thank you. And
thank you everyone for joining. So yeah, like as always.
Well, welcome to Thailand.
Yeah.
Welcome to Baba's.
Definitely. So as always, every Monday at the same time on the same Zoom. So we get to meet Baba's special child, and we get to relive their experiences and come close to Baba. Thank you very much. If anyone have any thoughts, questions, comments, feel free to unmute yourself and you can share. Yeah. Cool. Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
And I put Harshbai has my WhatsApp. If anybody would like to talk to me personally, also we can always voice message each other or create another session anytime. I am open to any question answers and to be. Oh, I forgot to mention, until today I'm still pure because my husband never asked. Baba has protected.
That's right.
I'm in Baba's protection.
That is the biggest service.
I never had to refuse because he never asked.
Yeah. Beautiful. Thank you. Thank
It's
you.
the great. His mind can control all minds. Baba's mind can control minds. That's all he does. He has the power of the mind, no?
Cool.
Yes, Raju Bhai, would you like to say something?
Oh, just thank you for sharing it. Your experiences. That's the only thing I want to say. Thank you very much. Okay. Okay. Om Shanti.
And this is available on. Yes.
Pardon?
It's available on Facebook of San Francisco.
Yes.
To share with anybody the recording.
Okay. Wonderful.
Cool. Thank you. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti.
Thank you.
Om Shanti.
Thank you. Om Shanti.
Thank you. Om Shanti.